Okay, so the next two exercises that we're going to do are going to be on page 43 and then 45. We're going to do 2-3 through 2-6. So if you take a look at both of them, basically all that you're doing is playing major chords, either starting on white keys for the first one or black keys for the second one, and you're just trading off hands. Anytime you see LH, that's your left hand. Anytime you see RH, that is your right hand. Okay? So we're not going to spend a ton of time on this, but I want to take you guys through it really quickly, okay? So first, let's find where our left hand is. They also have the chord names right above you, so that gives you a hint. You should never be playing a minor chord, right? Okay. And then we also want that major third. So if we start on F, it was our first note. To get to a major third, we count up 4 half steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's major. If we only do 3, that's going to make it a minor chord. Okay? So thankfully your ears can tell you if you're wrong on this one. So let's look ahead and find where our right hand is. We've got one on bass C right here. So basically our hands are just going to be trading off until we get to the very end, essentially. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and start from the beginning. So we're going to start with F major. Good. You should already have your right hand in place. Let's keep going. So C major. Good. Now we're to G major in the left hand. Good. Now D major in the right hand. Good. Now we're to A major in the left hand. Good. Now E major, right hand. Good. Now B major. Good. And we got to the end. After that, we would A, run out of room, and B, get to black note chords. So that is not for this one. Good. So I'm not worried about timing on this one. I will say that. I just want to see that you can get to chords easily. And another trick that I would recommend, so I'm just going to scooch you back down here, is actually when you have to move, when you're playing with one hand, to move up to where your left hand up to the very next chord. So after you're done playing with your left hand, and you're playing with your right hand, go ahead. You know that that chord ahead of it is going to be G major, so you're going to already be there. Good. And then under while that plays, and then do that. It's just a way to be set up a little bit better so that you can hit that next chord. Okay? All right. So if you look at page 44 and 45, you're going to see those 5 finger patterns. This time we're going to start on black notes instead. So if we go down to 2-4 right there, you'll see kind of the same thing with D flat major. Those patterns, and then the one that we did on the last page. So that thing right there. Okay? So I would encourage you to do that on your own. It should be pretty self-explanatory after doing the first one. If not, my office hours are available. So let's go down to 2-6 this time. So this one right here, it's going to be the same thing as we just did. This time we're starting on G flat instead. Okay? So find that G flat in the bass right here. This is all black notes for the first one. And then the next chord's D flat. Your thumb will share, okay? We're going to keep going over, and then we're going to stop right at the end at B flat, okay? Not worried about the timing on this, okay? So G flat major, and then D flat major. Good. Make sure your left hand's in place for A flat major. And then from there, actually, you start doing major keys. So if you wanted to, you could keep going. But for the sake of this week, we're just going to stop there. Okay? All right. So very next video, we're going to move on a little bit to some harmonization.